From the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
Welcome back to KPIX 5 this morning. The time now is 6:30. I'm Emily Turner.
Good morning. I'm Devin Fehely. Palo Alto police are offering a $10,000 reward for the arrest of 3 suspects wanted for armed robbery. Police released these security camera photos of the men. They say the suspects walked into a Safeway store on Middlefield Road Friday morning. They broke the glass to get into the pharmacy. Authorities say that one man had a gun and yelled for employees to get on the ground. The suspects got away with an unknown amount of drugs.
A man is recovering this morning after being shot during a laptop robbery in North Oakland. Officers responded to his shooting at a bus stop on Adeline Street just before 9:30 last night. They found the victim nearby on Stanford Avenue. So far, though, there have been no arrests.
Oakland's Moms for Housing are getting an offer of help, and it's coming from an unlikely place. The same people who are evicting them from the home they've been occupying. Wedgwood Properties owns the Magnolia Street home the women have been ordered to leave. Now, the company is offering to pay Catholic Charities to house them for the next 2 months and to pay for their move to a new location.
These women broke into the house illegally. Even though we don't think what they did was right, we respect what they have to say and we respect them as humans.
After a long court battle, a judge ordered the women out on Friday, but they insist that they're not going anywhere. One of the mothers who has been living at that vacant house scoffed at the offer for temporary housing. She released this statement saying, "We have seen corporations with blood on their hands try to buy public favor. This is an example. Their offer is an insult."
Time for a look at this morning's top stories.
The 49ers' first ever playoff game in Santa Clara turned out to be a big success. They beat the Minnesota Vikings 27-10. The 49ers are just a game away from the Super Bowl. They'll be back at Levi's next Sunday and will play the winner of the Packers-Seahawks game tonight. The Richmond City Council could decide on Tuesday night whether to approve an ordinance that would phase out the storage of coal and a petroleum byproduct at a waterfront terminal facility. The 11 Richmond terminal stores coal from Utah before it's shipped to Japan, as well as a petroleum byproduct from the Phillips 66 refinery in Rodeo. The proposed ban was prompted by complaints from the public about increased coal dust in the air in parts of Richmond.
Well, some elected officials from Alameda County and its cities plan to gather next week. They'll urge the governor to phase out the production of fossil fuels in California. A press conference for that is planned on Wednesday at Alameda City Hall, and the group wants the governor to enact a comprehensive climate plan as well as eliminate fossil fuel burning.
A volcano in the Philippines is belching steam, ash, and small rocks, prompting evacuations. The volcano is in the Bagadas province of South Manila. There are no immediate reports of injuries. Authorities have also recorded a swarm of earthquakes in the area.
Well, drinking green tea might enable people to live longer, so go grab a cup. Researchers in China tracked more than 100,000 people over 7 years, and they found that people who drink green tea at least 3 times a week live more than a year longer. That group is also more than 20% less likely to die from heart disease or a stroke. And it's interesting, the health benefits appear to be more pronounced in men than in women, but researchers say they're not sure why. California Governor Gavin Newsom has ordered dozens of disaster specialists to Puerto Rico. He says in a statement, quote, "California stands with the people of Puerto Rico. Our nation-sized state knows firsthand the devastating toll of natural disasters, and we will provide aid and support as our brothers and sisters rebuild and recover."
In Australia, a firefighter has been killed by a falling tree while battling one of the country's numerous wildfires. That brings the number of people killed to at least 27 in a crisis that began back in September and has destroyed more than 2,000 homes in Australia and scorched an area larger than Indiana. Now, critics accuse the governor of Prime Minister Scott Morrison of not taking enough action to counter climate change. Morrison says that his government is developing a disaster risk reduction framework dealing with wildfires, cyclones, floods, and droughts. People with big mortgages would owe higher taxes under a state assemblyman's proposal aimed at helping the homeless. Assemblyman David Chu of San Francisco wants to cap a tax break for interest paid at the first $750,000, down from the current $1 million. It would cover loans taken out since the start of 2018. Chu says the change would raise up to $500 million a year to pay for shelters, permanent housing, and other homeless services.